Tracy, and today I have an unboxing for you from Diamondart Club. So we are going to do a full unboxing of Spring Awakening and then a quicker short look at flower pressed wings. So let's jump right on into this. Alright, so first up we have the rendering right along the outside of the box. Better look at that rendering there. We have the name of the kit, the artist, and the size on the front here. So it is Spring Awakening by Margaret Morales, 55.6 by 73.5. Pink branding, and the circle means it is a round kit. We have another look at the artwork on the side here, plus all of our specials. Kit contents, how it works, and our warnings at the bottom. And then at the very, very bottom here, I'm just going to try and get a better look at this. We have the thumbnail, the image, and all that information in case you stack your kits in storage. I separate everything. Okay. So in here we have our toolkit. It comes with one of Diamondart Club's twist and pick pens. So you twist this, putty comes out the end. It's also refillable. And then we have a place for our 7-placer. Bag of baggies, you can get up into these, use them as extra storage, whatever you wish. Our tray with the branding on the side. More of that wax that's in the pen, your usual pink wax, and then a 7-placer. And our kits. Oh! Dang. So here is a thank you for your purchase little folder. So in here, it includes like tips and tricks, step-by-step instructions, QR codes to the app, kit contents, and then a link to the Facebook group. Good place to see things as they're being worked on. Alright, in there we had our treasure quest card. There's 4 tiers to these. Ooh, bronze, silver, gold, and black. If you collect enough of each tier, you can redeem them for rewards. There's several tiers for different levels of gift cards, different value of gift cards, and then the highest tier is a custom, which is what I'm aiming for. This one is a bronze. They're just fun little collectibles. And then we have our sticker sheet. There is that full artwork, all of that information at the bottom. This has 82 colors. Good look at that. Of course, everything on here can be peeled off. We have 1 AB, 1 metallic, electro, 1 iridescent, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fairy dusts. Ooh, this thing is full of specials. And the name of the kit and the artist there. Oh, that's gorgeous. Alright. Let's crack into this. So, at the top here, there is Diamondart Club's logo. Oh wait, look at her face! And the flowers! Oh, this is going to be pretty! Oh my gosh, look at this legend. Like, there's the bottom of the kit there. Oh, those colors! Okay, let me put this backwards. And with just a little bit extra, there we go. There is that full artwork. I'm gonna pull this down. Yeah. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I love these colors. Oh, this is going to look amazing. Okay. Quick look at the canvas. We have Diamondart Club do at least make it sparkle, their logo up at the top. We have a legend on the left and bottom right. And then at the bottom here we have the thumbnail of the image, the QR code, sorry, not the QR code, the SKU, the name of the kit, size, and then copyright. So Diamondart Club legally licenses all of the kits. It just means the artist gave permission and is being fairly compensated for the use of their artwork. We also have a discount code in the center, links to socials, and then their lifetime warranty. So if anything goes wrong, you're missing color, you have a spill, you run out, Diamondart Club will get you sorted. Okay. Right on here, as expected for a Margaret Morales kit, there is a ton of confetti, like within the flowers, the detailing down in here, her hair. But in the background, there's actually small sections of color blocking. So let me zoom in and show you what I mean. All right, I think these grapes were a great example here. So this is a good example of color blocking. You have a whole bunch of colors in a small section, so you'll be changing them up more often. Compared to, yeah, let's keep going this way. Right over here, where you have a chunk of the same symbol, so the same color, you won't be changing your colors as often. That would be a very, very small example of color blocking. All right, since I'm already zoomed in, let's take a look at the diamonds. So these have a sticker on them with the SKU and the name of the kit. So if you store things separately, you could easily match it all up like I do. Now, I don't read out DMCs, but I will pause at any specials. I will say Diamondart Club. Oh, never mind. Here is our first special, Z437, a nice light brown. This is a fairy dust. So these have like a light sparkly mica powder brush rail on top. They offer a more gentle shimmer. Nice. These are very pretty. Out of all the specials, they might be my favorites. But as I expected, lots of browns and pinks. Oh, these are gonna be, this is gonna be so pretty. Our next special is gonna be a little tricky to see. It's being difficult. It's L782, this nice like bronzy crystal. This is their iridescent diamonds, so crystals, silver backing, kind of see-through, glassy effect. They're very, very pretty. I really love how these look when placed. And moving right along, we have another fairy dust, Z35. Where did I get the 8? Z3528. This is why I don't rate out DMCs. This is like a nice dusty rose almost. I don't know, I'm making up things now, but that's a very pretty color. And there's our background color in the brown. And our first AB, or sorry, our only AB. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. It is that iridescent coating you see on the top, and it shines like the northern lights. So you'll see a lot of greens, purples, and blues reflected off the top of there. Even some pinks. So this is a olivey green. Very, very pretty color. Oh, we also have another fairy dust. 3352 5254. A lighter pink. Ditto with that same shimmery coating. Very pretty. And some oranges. So our next fairy dust is this like light brown, almost taupey. I'm gonna go with a light brown. 3064. Very small handful of those, but still very pretty. I think this might be the one you can see that coating the best there. There's another one, 722, bright orange fairy dust. Gosh, that's a pretty color too. And a yellow and a pink. Yes, The color count is high, so the quantity will be low in all of these. It's still some very pretty colors. Alright, so here's our next special. K444, it's bright yellow diamond, but the K actually is electro, which is metallic. So see that kind of like gold reflecting there. Very pretty. Which I'm guessing is placed also beside that iridescent and some of those fairy dusts. And we're ending with the fairy dust. 3822, a nice pale yellow. Alright, so let's set that aside. And take a peek at where those go. I will try to get rid of as much glare as possible. So we are looking for that little bumpy stick for our AB. Am I gonna? No, there is 8 specials in this. I'm not gonna list everything out, but I will keep track of it. So here we go. First up, I can see that this lightest brown throughout this arch here is that brown fairy dust, that lightest one there. The W's is also our iridescent, so that is working its way through the arch as well. And I think that's it. Yeah. It's like this entire center bit is some sort of special. We also have, I thought I saw something else there. Oh, the dollar signs here is the darker pink fairy dust. So that is back here. It is within this rose. It is in the flower back here. This flower here. Okay. That's all I see for that one. We have that AB highlighting in the leaves, that bright, bright green. Oh, surprisingly, that's different. Okay. I'm going to move it down a bit. That's all I can see there. So I'm going to move it down. There isn't a lot, like the quantities were low, so it might be a little tricky for me to find some of these. There's still that brightest green that you see in these leaves is that AB. Oh, these little dashes that you see, I want to say in her necklace almost. It's some sort of decoration on her clothing. There, that is where the metallic is. There's the iridescent there as well. And that yellow fairy dust is highlighting in there as well. It continues down here. More of that metallic over in here. That's mostly metallic. Some more of that, like, I should say electro, considering that's what DiamondArtClub calls it. More of that electro here in between her fingers. That yellow fairy dust is in the center of that flower. There is the electro in here, followed by the yellow fairy dust and the... Well, now I lost the other one, the crystal. The crystal is in both of these as well. And of course, the arch is continuing down full of those specials. We have the orange fairy dust highlighting in the flowers. And actually, it's highlighting in this flower as well. So that's the orange fairy dust. Continuing down, more of that yellow highlighting in here. The yellow highlighting in the center of this flower. Of course, all of that orange fairy dust in there. Where's that light pink? Oh, light pink, sorry. The other pink one is actually in the flowers back here. It is doing some highlighting. It is back in this flower, as well as these flowers up here as well. Okay. And then we have more of the yellow in the center of these flowers, more of that, the more dusty pink fairy dust in there, more of that green highlighting in these leaves. Same thing here. And I think that's it. I didn't see any E's. Oh, that's highlighting. That's that more brown fairy dust, and that is highlighting. I think it's the one that I said that was taupey, but I went with light brown. That's highlighting in her hair. Okay, now I think that I found most of the specials. This kit is just gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited to work on this one. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up and grab the next one. Alright, here we go. This one is Flower Pressed Wings by Diamondart. I'm so happy I have this one. It was one of the ones that I missed when it released on Black Friday, so I was waiting for restock. So yay, it's finally here. Ooh. I see that like it hasn't been sitting in my room for months. Just waiting to be opened. But anyways. Alright, this one is another bronze card. Slide up the other ones. There is that full artwork. Obviously tons of blues and whites. 61 colors, which is surprising, and then 60 by 89.9. In here we have 2 ABs and 3 fairy dusts. I'm actually not going to open up the diamonds for this, and I'll show you why in a second. But we have a blue AB, that same green AB, same yellow fairy dust, a pale blue fairy dust, and then a white fairy dust. So all very common colors. Ooh, that's the fun. Oh, this is going to be color blocking heaven down here. Oh yeah. Oh, this thing's massive. And of course, all of this detailing within the wings, our person's face is going to be pure confetti. Okay. Ooh, maybe I'll be able to do this. Let's take a peek. Zoom. Ooh, too far out. Alright. There is that full piece. Glaragon versus face. And my sweater. There we go. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I love this. Okay. And so my whole... There we go. My whole thing is that if I open this, I will never... Can you stop rocking, please? I will never be able to get these back in here. I am not working on this anytime soon anyways, so I want to keep this as nice as possible. But I can see, like, that green fairy dust is tucked right in here. We have, or sorry, green AB. We have that blue AB right in the corner there. Yeah, 3 bags of that white fairy dust. I believe that's our yellow fairy dust tucked in there. And I don't see the blue from this side. But anyways, that's a look at the colors that are in this kit. So, again, I'm pretty sure Rachel Ray did a full unboxing of this one, if not a post review. So if you really do want to see a full look at the colors, I suggest her. Anyways, we are looking for the E and the 2 dots for those ABs, a turnaround, and dot for our fairy dust. So let's take a look. And of course, we're going to go from the top down for this beast. The brightest blue that you see throughout here is that AB, followed by the A's are within, in all these yellows. It is that brightest yellow, so that yellow fairy dust. Turn around, there is some of that blue fairy dust right in there. And of course, the brightest white that you see, like all in here, within the wings here, all of that bright white is that fairy dust. So it's all throughout there. We have more of that blue AB right along his face here. More of those fairy dusts within all these yellows. The green AB is all along the back here in those greeneries. And then sprinkled more throughout the side here. More of those yellows here, right in there. Any more of that blue? Yeah, the blue AB is there as well. And of course the white continues down throughout all this detail being the brightest. Any more of that green, more of the green. More of that yellow here. And I didn't see much of that blue. Oh, there's a couple more of the blue fairy dust in here, more of the blue fairy dust in here, more of it down along his clothing here. Yeah, and the A continues all the way down to the bottom of his wing here, of course. The white goes to the very edge and is still doing some highlighting along his clothing. Okay, I want to see if I can find more of that blue fairy dust. It's in here as well. Right along in here. There's not a whole lot of it. It's just kind of sprinkled in. So I would assume that it was a very, very small bag of that blue fairy dust. Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of it. Okay, so very, very quick look at flower pressed wings. Again, here's that original artwork. Gorgeous piece. Yeah, totally lots of confetti within the flowers in his face. Anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. Let me know what you picked up of these artists, because these are two of my favorite artists and I buy everything I can. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one here. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.